How long was Neil Armstrong actually on the moon? When did Europe start speaking English? Did Marco Polo really go to China? CuriosityStream is the streaming service for all things history, plus science, wildlife, and more. What's the real story behind the Mona Lisa? We've got that. What caused the collapse of Rome? We know. Where did we find mankind's earliest ancestor? Come find out. For the holidays, give the gift of curiosity with 25% off gift cards for your curious cohorts. It's holiday shopping season at curiositystream.com/gift.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Hello, my paranormal peeps. This is Matt Harvey. I'm the founder of Deep Woods Paranormal and the host of this Deep Woods Paranormal Podcast. This is the Bigfoot edition. So if you listen to our last podcast, you heard me talking about this. Amanda and I are basically getting ready. I'm going through the gear. I've got crap ton of gear sitting right behind me that we're going to have to go through and figure out what we're going to take with us tomorrow. We don't take everything and fill up the whole car. And anyways, that's what happens when you become a paranormal investigator. You have all this gear to choose from, and then you only use like 3 or 4 things when you're out there sometimes. But anyways, so we are going to be going out and researching areas to maybe do some night investigations later on, coming up tomorrow. So we will be doing a YouTube show on that. So if you're interested in that, go over to our Deep Woods Paranormal YouTube channel, and you can see that. Like I said, lots of stuff going on. We're officially a production company, but I just want to stick to Bigfoot right now. So, all right, so let me show you some of the stuff that I'm looking at. I don't know how long it's going to take us to run around and find these locations, but here, let me show you. Let's see, let me share the screen. What is this? Oh, yeah, this is our other channel. Didn't mean to go there. Okay. So what you're looking at is a map of the United States. And what I'm doing is, you can see a lot of states have not been filled in. Texas is like Texas to Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas. I've started filling these in. And then all across the East Coast, and of course, Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. I'm still working on filling those in. California, I used to have a crap ton of them, Bigfoot sightings in here, but since have changed that. But somebody was asking me if they could see the map. So here's the map. This is basically all these blue and yellow pens are Bigfoot sightings. I switched from yellow to blue because I want to make sure I define what's a Bigfoot sighting and what isn't. But these are all actually Bigfoot sightings. So let's cruise in. Well, not all of them, but 99% of them. All right, so this is the area that we're looking at tomorrow. So you have Huntsville, you have the Sam Houston National Forest, which just goes all the way up and comes all the way down to Lake Conroe. And then on the other side, there's this massive lake. It's Lake Livingston and the Trinity River. So there's very large bodies of water on either side of Huntsville, down kind of below. One's on east, one's more like a southeastern area. But there's huge green belts throughout this whole area. And if you're actually watching the video podcast, you can see all these blue dots. And there's a cluster, of course, in the Sam Houston National Forest. There's probably way more sightings than what's there. I mean, this whole thing would probably be blue if I actually had all the sightings in there. I haven't gotten them all yet. I'm still working on that. But we just recently got some cool new sightings. Somebody actually a while ago. Where did that go? Okay, yeah, it's just bear with me. The pens are not exactly going where they're supposed to. So somebody said they were in the Bath Cemetery down here in Huntsville, and they saw back in the back here where all this greenage is. There's a lot of trees. The cemeteries out here have large oak trees and stuff that grow in them, but there's a very large green belt right behind here. So I imagine what probably happened was it probably cruised around and was walking around and stopped in this area to watch what was going on in the cemetery. I don't know why Bigfoot's. Somebody just moved the other mic at Amanda's desk. She's not in here. You're trying to talk into that? That one doesn't work yet. You have to come over here and talk into this one. But wait until I'm done, okay? All right. So I'm sorry, we have ghosts in the office. We allow little kids to be here just because they have nowhere else to go. Anyways, long story short, I don't want to get into that. Okay. Sometimes during my podcast where things happen, things might move behind me, all kinds of stuff happens. What maybe I should do is actually just show you guys. Let's see if I get this back. Bear with me just a second here. Why can I not get? Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen for just a second. Okay, so I'm back on the regular screen. I have the Bigfoot behind me. It's just a picture, so it's not real actual Bigfoot sighting or anything. Let me see if I can just share my. No, I guess I can't. Anyways, okay. Sorry, I was trying to show you the office behind me so you guys could watch and see what was going on, see if anything was going on with those dolls behind me. So this is an area we're going to cruise down to. Now, I want to drop a pen here. Drop this little guy down here. I've already done it, so I know it works. All right. Okay, so now we're looking at the cemetery area. That's part of the cemetery back there. And again, you can see, if you're watching the podcast, you can see there's a very large green forested area just behind the cemetery. And if you look at the cemetery, there's just basically, it's basically next to a forest. And so I'm going to just continue to pan around to the right. Looks like there's a church to the left. Looks like there's some kind of a place where they have barbecues or something out here. And then the cemetery continues to the right. More than likely, what I have to do is probably come up to this church, go in and knock on the door, see if anybody's home, see if I can get permission to go into the cemetery. I can't get any closer, unfortunately. I don't want to try to read that sign. But we're going to be coming down here tomorrow. We're going to be looking around in this area. If we can get in, maybe park over here somewhere and get in behind these trees. I'd like to walk through the back of the cemetery. I'd like to walk through here if it's not private property. If I'm allowed to, I'd like to walk into here and see what's going on. And what I'm going to probably do is have Amanda stay in the car with a radio. I'll take a radio, and I'll walk in there and I'll document what I'm seeing, and she'll probably be in the car documenting what she's experiencing, if anything. So we'll just see if we experience anything here. The place that I really, the place I really want to see. Let me get out of here. Okay, so let's go back to layers. All right, so that's one place I want to go check out, is that cemetery. Now, if you look, this cemetery is not very far from Martha's Chapel Cemetery, and we know there's a lot of Bigfoot activity here. Now, here's what's interesting about this. There's a huge green belt right in this area that leads down into this area. Now, something could have been walking across here, and then basically just cruising over into this forest over here. Now, I don't think there's very many Bigfoot reports in this area. No, it's Texas Grand Ranch. But down below there are, like Lake Stubblefield Recreation Area. And this is an area I think I want to check out. This is another town. But so that's getting back into the Sam Houston National Forest. But I want to kind of stay over here. I want to go to Huntsville State Park. There's been several Bigfoot reports in the park. You can kind of see the picture if you're looking at it. Let me pull this up. So I've heard lots of reports. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, that doesn't say Bigfoot. But yeah, there's definitely some places to check out here. There's some camping. I wouldn't mind camping here. I wonder if they let you do off-grid camping. More than likely, I'd probably walk into by myself or with anybody else who wants to go. Probably walk into this marshy area and try and get away from people, and probably either set up a hammock down back somewhere back here, or try to set up my little tent, my 2-person tent back there, and that I can backpack with. It's super light. It's only like a pound or two. But that'll be kind of carry in everything you need. If there's fresh water, I can filter water. Let's keep going through these pictures. Okay, so there's fishing here, so we know there's fish. A lot of people fish off this. Campgrounds. People on a boogie board. Oh, hello. And now we see I believe that's a alligator in the water. So won't be doing any swimming. But let's keep going. Oh, puppy. Oh, wow. So these are some kind of berries. I don't know if they're poisonous or not, but I do know that Bigfoots supposedly like huckleberries. Supposedly. Multiple witnesses have said they've seen them eating huckleberries off the trees. We also know that they possibly like blueberries and raspberries. So we could take a closer look at these, maybe get a better picture of them and try and figure out what these are if we can find them. And then basically, yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at these pictures, it looks like something created a blind back here. There's all kinds of weird stick structures in this area. So, I mean, this could be an all-day thing, walking around this place all day long. Here's a hiking trail. And then there's a dam. Yeah, I mean, this just has Bigfoot written all over it. Look how green that is. Probably marshy, though. You take one step and you're up to your knees in mud. So, oh, squirrel. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking. The Bigfoot report actually happened in this area. If you're looking at the map on here, so we'll probably go check out like Dogwood Trail and see if we can get up into that area and see if we see anything up there. But this whole area, there's just trails. There's no campsites in the middle of here. And Bigfoots could probably come down and get a drink or whatever, or they could cross across the other side. So this is something we'll definitely have to check out. Let me see if there's any more pictures here. Yep, another lake picture, the camping picture, another river running through the middle of somebody's campsite. These kids are crazy being out on the water with alligators. Yeah. Nope. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that guy. So I'm looking at I'm pretty sure it's a crocodile. And it's massive. It's a big boy or a big girl. Yeah, we want to run into him in the water. So anyways, possible another thing that Bigfoots could eat. Can they eat alligators? I don't know. Or crocodiles? Who knows? Maybe. So here's those berries a little closer up. I wish I knew what these were. I'm gonna have to do some research into this and find out what these berries are. Yeah, here's the entrance to the Huntsville State Park. I think this is probably going to be an area of focus for us tomorrow. We're going to probably cruise around lots of places. Sorry, man, just having a conversation in the other room. Yeah, I mean, this has got Bigfoot written all over. I mean, this is a perfect area for Bigfoots. It's kind of secluded. Yeah, you get the occasional campers and whatever else. But there's more of those berries. I wonder what those berries are. Probably poisonous. But who knows if Bigfoots can actually eat them or not. I mean, this would be an area where, I mean, further back, you could probably walk by there and nobody would even see you. I just imagine this stuff, this grassy area is probably super soft if it's still green. These are probably older pictures. Might be a good place to take the dogs. Okay, so here's some mushrooms. That could be another food source for Bigfoots. I don't know what type of mushrooms this is. It doesn't state. But, again, their diet might be different than ours. They might be able to eat things that we can't eat. And we're just going through more and more pictures. There's lots of pathways. Bottom of dam. So I'm wondering if there's clams in this water, because I've heard that Bigfoots like to go through and grab clams. So here's another place they could hang out, running water. You got falls. Oh, hello. Something twisted that completely off. That's a tree that's been snapped. It's been twisted and snapped. And when we were at Joe's, I mean, that one night we kept hearing like tree after tree just getting knocked over. And it wasn't little trees, it was like a foot or two diameter trees, just snap and then bam. So, yeah, it just makes me wonder. Well, food sources. And it's gonna love that. Guys, don't tell Amanda there's there's crocodiles and alligators in this. Alligators. Okay, so this is alligators. Yeah. But there's mushrooms everywhere. Oh my god, people are in the water. I feel like the Jaws theme should be playing. Do not feed or harass alligators. Oh boy. So I'm just looking through the campsites and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, this looks very, forget the phrase, pardon the phrase, but it looks very squatchy. It's like a very squatchy area. There's a turtle, another possible food source for a Bigfoot. If they have thicker, harder teeth than we do, they can probably just pick those things up and eat them raw, just crunch right through their shell. So I'm just glancing through the parks pictures here. There's another turtle. And the reason I'm doing this is part of my research. Food sources. We've seen berries, we've seen mushrooms, we've seen alligators, and we've seen lots of birds, of course. I don't know if they would actually grab a bird out of the sky, but you never know. And then now we're seeing turtles. So it's a very aquatic area. And the reason I'm just glancing through all these pictures, oh, hello. That could be wild cucumbers right there. If you're watching this, you're going, nope, map, that's not, I'm just guessing. So I need to do, like I said, more research into that. So this goes down to the San Houston National Forest. But I'm just scrolling through these pictures to get information to see what I can see. Oh, there's a turtle. All right, guys. So that's pretty much our plan. Let me get back out of here. So yeah, I really do want to check out this Huntsville State Park. There was a Bigfoot sighting here, and there was another sighting around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So let's see what this is. Okay, so this is a road, and I guess this was a Bigfoot sighting where they crossed the road. Let me see if I can drop a little guy down here. Nope, of course not. Can't let you see that. That's off Highway 45. So I imagine what we can do is we can cruise down here, stop there, look at that, and then continue into the park. I would say we'd probably want to stay as secluded away from people as we can, because they're probably, if they are in this area, they're going to be in this cluster somewhere over here. That makes sense. There's a body of water here. You've got lots of foliage. I'm guessing there's deer and other things in here too, and places where people haven't really touched. So maybe they hike through, but if you're a Bigfoot, you're just going to watch them walk by anyways. So yeah, that's our update for the Bigfoot research. We're going to be going out into these areas tomorrow. We may revisit some of the areas down here as well. It just depends on how long it takes us. But like I said, we're going to visit the cemetery, and then we're going to go over to Huntsville State Park. I think Huntsville State Park is going to take us all day. Here's another 4-notch loop. Jancy. Sorry, my puppy wants attention. So yeah, essentially we might cruise over into this area too. I don't know. This looks like a hiking trail. This is another place where we've seen, again, a big forested area where maybe someone was hiking and they just happened to see one. But I would imagine they're all through this whole area. I would imagine they're everywhere over here. There's even another sighting way over here. Yeah, so that's on a ranch. But as we fill these pens in, I think I was talking to somebody. I was talking to a witness the other day, and she has had Bigfoot sightings up in the Riverside area as well. We're going to take a weekend and go out and meet her. She's had several different types of things. She's seen UFOs. She's seen some kind of river monster, and she's also seen Bigfoots out in that area. So we're going to go out and have a conversation with her. I don't know if she's going to want to be on camera or not, but we're going to go have a conversation with her and hopefully get to interview her and take her to some of the locations that she's had experiences in, and then maybe even set up for a night investigation or whatever there. So for Bigfoot or whatever. So that's my plan. We've already really kind of gone through the Sam Houston National Forest multiple times with so many people hitting these locations and doing the calls and doing the tree knocks and all of this stuff. The Bigfoots have gotten smart to that. They're like, okay, that's just a human. I imagine they could tell the difference between their knocks and our knocks, and our screams and their screams. So we're going to kind of move up to a different area. I don't think this is an area, the state park area, I don't think this is an area that a lot of people have kind of gone into. I imagine this is way, way bigger than it looks. So, and then the cemetery area, like I said, I'm going to try and get back into the back there. And we'll do some videos on that and let you guys see. And you guys can make up your own minds whether you think it's a good Bigfoot location or not. But this Huntsville State Park, I want to check out. And then my friend had some sightings over here, and I want to out in Walker County, Mother's Chapel. So she lives up in Huntsville somewhere. I'm not going to give out her location, but I think she's on this side of Huntsville, and they have Bigfoot sightings here too. But if you cruise out, this whole area is Huntsville. You can see how many blue dots are here, and I imagine there's probably going to be a lot more to fill in all around here. I would imagine this would all be pretty solid blue, but you can see the clusters. So maybe they're migrating from down here and moving up, or maybe they're up here and they're moving down, or maybe they're coming down this way into this East Houston area, or maybe they're coming up and going across this way over into Livingston and areas like that, towards Woodville, because there's a whole bunch of sightings over here as well. I mean, just if you're watching this, you can see how many pins. And I don't think I've even scratched the surface, but the pins I have on here are of actual witnesses that I believe, that I trust, or that other teams have documented that I believe and trust. Not every single Bigfoot report's on here. Not every single, witness testimony is on here. The locations where they have their sightings, but yeah, so that's our plan. We're going to go out there and really check out the Huntsville area. We're going to drive around. Again, we're going to stay out of the Sam Houston National Forest. We're going to keep our search a little bit more north of that, and northeast possibly. We might even go up into Riverside and check out that area too. But I really want to talk to the witness about that before we just go wandering out there, because she seems to have seen multiple Bigfoots out there, and I want to make sure that we do go about it the right way. We want to make sure we communicate with her and find out, okay, don't do this, do this. This is what I've had luck with. This is what I've not had luck with. This is what I'd recommend. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up this Bigfoot podcast. Like I said, we'll have more information for you next week. The following weekend, we're going to be going down to Bastrop. We're meeting with other people to continue our production, building our yeah. We're going to be working with other people to continue to build our not only our podcast, but our production company, and bring them on board, hopefully, and have them maybe start filming us as we will wander around, instead of just us trying to film us doing things. It's a lot more work than just having somebody else hold the camera for you and say, watch me walk up the way or whatever, or watch me, talk about this. So anyways, all right, guys. Well, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We're going to get some more podcasts up here shortly. Amanda's mom couldn't come over tonight, so that'll come up here shortly. Hopefully next weekend or the weekend after, we'll get her on here. But like I said before, we're gonna have on Bo Roberts. He's an actor and a paranormal enthusiast. And then also we're going to be talking to Dr. Heidi Hoke of the Fly House. We're going to be up there on the 22nd of October, and we're going to be doing investigations up there, and maybe even doing some live videos on Facebook and YouTube. So lots of cool stuff coming down the pike. We're going to continue to add to stuff. If you're into survival, go check out the Deep Woods Survival podcast channel, and listen to the Deep Woods Survival podcast. We appreciate all your support. Thank you guys again for all the support and all the love and all the, hey, you're that podcasting guy or girl. We really appreciate that. We really enjoy meeting you guys in town. So again, not to drag this out, but if you're interested in being on the podcast, please let us know. I'm giving out the information for our stuff. Many times you can contact us through our website, deepwoodsparanormal.com, through Facebook, Deep Woods Paranormal, our YouTube channel, Deep Woods Paranormal. You can go through any other social media, Twitter. I think it's Deep Woods Para at gmail.com on that one. But we're all over the place, and so if you want to make leave a comment on our YouTube channel, hey, I'd love to come on, I have an experience to tell you about, we can message back and forth, or you can go on Facebook Messenger or whatever and message us. So all right, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You have a great rest of your weekend.
Every day, my company gets scam phishing emails trying to get money or sensitive info. I wanted to protect my employees and my clients, so I checked out CISA's Secure Our World. They've got simple ways we can protect our businesses from online threats. First, teach employees to recognize and report phishing. Next, require strong passwords plus multi-factor authentication. And finally, turn on automatic updates for your business software. To learn more, go to CISA at cisa.gov/Secure Our World.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.